Leading the Maryland 4A Prince George's County region, we have the Eleanor Roosevelt Raiders with an impressive record of 16-0.
16-0, they're again coming in strong right now into these playoffs, man.
Yep.
They've already been making some noise, and they've already made it to the final 8. You know, I'm ready to see what's going to happen right here.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes on them. Moving on to the Prince George's County South region, the number 1 seeded Roosevelt Raiders versus the number 2 seeded Bowie Bulldogs. The Raiders defeated the Bulldogs 8-7 to become the Prince George's County South region champions.
8-7, that was a tight race right there.
Yeah.
And again, with Roosevelt coming in at 16-0, you wouldn't think they would be in a tight game like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's definitely good to see, you know, tight races like that, tight games like that going into the playoffs. It definitely lets you know where your players are mindset-wise, and it lets you know how to strategize moving forward.
Yeah, it was definitely an entertaining and nail-biting game.
I'm definitely excited to see how they move to the next game.
We also had a chance to catch up with the coach of the game, Andrew Capice, to talk about their performance and their mindset moving forward in these playoffs.
My name is Andrew Capice. This Eleanor Roosevelt High School. Today was the South Region Final. Well, we played Bowie earlier in the year, and we won 4-0. We scored 4 runs in the first, and didn't score off the guy who was starting today, Brandon. So we knew they had quite a stable of pitchers. So they used a guy. Wednesday, I think. What's today? No, Saturday. Sorry. They threw their ace Saturday, but they got a good pitching staff. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. We had our ace on the hill, Shane. He's given up 1 run all year up until this game. So give them credit. They battled. They got some guys on base, and they put the ball in play. Got a couple breaks. Got some key hits. He wasn't as sharp late. Got a few walks, and then he hit the pitch count. So we knew it was going to be a tough ball game. Those guys battle. They're well coached. It wasn't the prettiest game today, but both teams were just, played really hard. It went back and forth. I thought both teams showed a lot of fight, and we were just fortunate to come out with a W in the end.
We also had a chance to catch up with the player of the game and star pitcher from the Raiders, Shane Murphy, to talk about his role on the team and their mindset moving forward into these playoffs. Hey Shane, thanks for taking this interview. Tell me what you're thinking about when you step into the mound and overall your performance in tonight's game.
What can I say? But he just came out there, told me to calm down, throw strikes, get ahead. That's what happened. Well, you could name 5 of them, but I think AJ, our sophomore, the big at bat in the bottom of the 7th to walk, get guys on first and second, got people out pretty nervous on their team. I think it was like a 7 or 8 pitch at bat. It's just a great at bat. Props to him. We have a pretty complete order, 7, 8, 9. So obviously we were all nervous, but we felt that way throughout the season and throughout the game. We've been down, but we bend, we don't break. That's our motto. So we win the ugly ones. Their breaking balls just weren't there today, and that's just the truth. So I was looking fastball mostly at bat, trying to stay back, but really I think it was on the bases for us, trying to take bases, just advancing, making them make errors, putting them in tough positions was the main thing, and that's what we did with all the walks, and that's what you saw. Yeah, we'll probably hit off the machine a lot, faster velos, that's the name of the game. They'll have more movement, they're just gonna be better all around, but we'll be ready. We're down a bit on pitching, but we're ready for it. This is what we've worked so hard for.
And coming up next, the number 1 seeded Roosevelt Raiders will face the number 8 seeded Dulaney Lions from Timonium for the Maryland State quarterfinals. And that's all we have for the Prince George's County South region.
All right, Steve, we're going to go ahead and head down to Montgomery County, head out west.
Let's move.
Again, we're going to speak on the Rockville boys coming out of the Montgomery West region. We got the Winston Churchill Bulldogs, again, with that impressive record of 16-1 coming into the playoffs. They're doing a great job out of there, a lot of good hitting, a lot of great rotation, a lot of great pitching out there. Coach has done a great job with the boys. Just the other day, the Bulldogs squared off against a very tough number 2 seeded Walter Johnson Wildcats and pulled off a very impressive victory, Steve. 11-6.
11-6?
11-6. I guess we got some great hitting out there, got the guys on base and got the guys home. Wasn't a tight race at all and pulled it out in the end. We had the opportunity to catch up with Coach Pat Shelcock to speak about his regional finals victory and their strategy moving forward in the playoffs. Coach Pat, tell us about you guys' preparation for the week. What was the mindset coming into this matchup? And of course, you guys did a great job of getting 11-6, moving on to the next round.
Man, we just jumped out to a big lead. You know, sometimes as a coach that scares you. Are you going to be quiet the rest of the game? Are you going to let them come back? We almost put them away early in 5, but I'll tell you what, man, WJ, they found a way to scratch and run. They kept scratching runs all the way up until the last out. They were scratching runs. They were a good team. I tip my hat to them. They had a great season. That was probably the best WJ team in the history of WJ, honestly. So they have a lot to be proud of. I'm very happy to be in the position we're in because we just went through the gauntlet in our region, and coming out on top feels pretty good. The strategy moving forward is just keeping these guys loose but focused. And, you know, at this point in the season, what you've built in the community you've built with your team, it is what it is. You know, you just got to kind of keep their focus and make sure they're prepared for the games. We have scouting reports on all the teams we play, so we'll review them. We do our homework, and we go from there. No, I'm good. I'm happy for the boys. You know, I didn't play, they played. Yeah, I'm just the coach. They played, they did a good job.
We also had the opportunity to catch up with our 3-time Player of the Week, Eric Ridden of the Bulldogs, to speak about the impact that he's having on his team as well as in this playoff race.
It was a great win. Like we said, job ain't finished. We got on them early. Fell a little flat. We'll fix that up. Be ready for state playoffs. One game at a time. Get our pitchers throwing strikes. No freebies. Hit the ball hard. Keep attacking. Keep playing our game, and we'll be good. I would say some of the challenges are mental toughness. I mean, you're back there. You're getting dirty. You're getting physical. Everything hurts. I mean, you just got to mentally be tough and mentally do your job and make sure everyone else is in line, being that leader, and seeing the whole field there. Ivan Rodriguez, I would say hot take Pete Rose, and then I'm a huge fan of Yadier Molina. So, hey, can't forget Buster Posey either. Yes, sir. Region champ's pretty cool. Job ain't finished though. So go Dogs, baby.
Next up for the Bulldogs in the state quarterfinals, they're taking on the number 7 seeded North County Knights coming out of Glen Burnie, Maryland. That'll be something very exciting to see too, Steve.
Yes, it will.
And that concludes our Montgomery County West region. Steve, let's go ahead and slide up north.
Let's move.
Coming out of North Region, Sandy Springs' very own, them Sherwood Warriors. Sherwood! You know I got to shout y'all out every time. That's my squad right there, Steve. And again, Sherwood's leading the North Region, Steve, with a 16-1 record coming into the playoffs.
Wow.
And again, being led by my guy, Big Thunder, Amari Allen. And again, my guys leading the state in RBIs and home runs. Just the other day, the Warriors took on the Blake Bengals. And let me tell you, dominance, Steve, across the board. In a landslide victory, 10-0.
And they did them like that?
This is a playoff race. This is a playoff. We're trying to raise the championship. That's
Man.
it. Sure will. You know what time it is. We got the chance to catch up with head coach Sean Davis to speak about their regional final victory, their preparation for the week, and their mindsets moving forward. Coach, how's the pitching? How's the hitting? How's the rotation? Do you feel as though you're going to shake anything up moving on to the next round?
It was a big game, obviously, the regional final. Blake's a good ball club. They've had a really good year. We knew they had their best arm lined up to throw against us, so, we were definitely worried about it. But, the boys jumped out early. We scored 6 in the first, gave us some breathing room, which was nice. And Amari threw a great game for us. Amari Mack, threw up a 0, so just a solid win. Obviously, we preach to the guys that this is the time of year we want to be playing our best baseball. So we just focus on details, having good at-bats, playing clean and throwing strikes, basically trying to keep it simple like that. But again, going back to today, jumping out to that lead, that allowed us to pull Amari, in the 4th or the 5th with his pitch count relatively low to keep him hot for the next playoff game. So that worked out very well.
We also had to reach out and speak with Big Thunder. Amari, what's going on, my guy? Again, you coming into the playoffs, you're making a lot of noise. Does anything change for you? Or are we still going about it day to day? And again, don't forget, I'm still trying to meet with you this summer, man, trying to get in that batting cage now. Don't forget about me.
I feel as a team, we hit the ball, stayed patient, only swung at strikes. put the ball in play and let our bats work, and I had to pitch and throw strikes to get my team back in the dugout to hit the ball. I mean, I just keep my head on it and swing hard, and I just got to keep believing in God, and He'll keep guiding me to places I got to go. Just keep hitting the ball hard, keep putting the ball in play, keep pitching good and hitting good and playing as a team, and we'll make it far in the playoffs.
Next up for the Warriors in the state quarterfinals, they'll be taking on the number 6 Urbana Hawks coming out of Jamesville, Maryland. And that wraps up the Montgomery North region. And we can't forget about the last state quarterfinals game, our DMV Strike Zone wild card playoff game of the week. We've got the number 4 Savannah Park Falcons taking on the number 5 Laurel Spartans. This is going to be a great matchup too, Steve.
Yeah, it will.
Now, I'm going to just off gate, I feel as though coming into the playoffs, the Falcons played great ball down the stretch, and I think they pulled out a great win just the other day. They pulled off a victory against the Leonardtown Raiders, 8-4 just the other day. So I feel very confident down the stretch. You know, I think they can definitely make some waves in this next game. What are your thoughts, Steve?
I'm not as confident as you with them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with Laurel. They're actually coming off a big victory last week. Actually put up 13 runs, man.
That's not bad. That's some good hitting out there. You
Yep.
get some boys across the plate right there.
They defeated the Duval Tigers 13-3.
13-3. Now that's a big window now. I definitely want to see if the hitting's going to stay consistent coming into this game. It'll be something definitely interesting going into the next round. I think it'll be a great race. Let's see what they're going to pull out this week.
Yeah, that's our game to watch. Let us know your picks down in the comment section below.
That's all for this week. Thank you for checking out DMV Strike Zone. Make sure you check us out on all social media platforms. I'm your host, Marquell Sanders.
And I'm your host, Stephen Harris.
Again, the playoff race continues. More next week.
See ya.